It was muted. Ah! God damn it. Okay. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'll say the whole shabelle again. Sorry for being late. The whole... oh, and I forgot the word. God damn it. The whole setup was not working. I had to change everything last minute. And the first time I have the camera, which is making me anxious, but I'll leave it be. Because it's the first time it isn't working. Why? Now we hear you. Okay, is it all good? Is the music on? Guys, how's it going? We're all good now? Oh, Jesus. There's probably a delay between chat and what I'm saying, so that's fine. Okay, so again, camera, anxious. We're gonna let it go. We're gonna try and forget about it because everybody has a camera, so it should be fair. So, hi. For those who do not know me, my name is Patricia. I've been with Firestorm Studio since the beginning with Heather. I've also did streams for the studio before, but then I had to stop due to work and all this and all that stuff. But now I am back. Also, hello everybody. Hi 3D Maniac. Hi Stanos. Hi Carmen. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. So for today, it's gonna basically be a sculpture where I'm gonna try to practice as much as possible. Doing faces and basically a bit of anatomy. I am not an expert in anatomy, just saying that, but I want to still give it a try as much as I can to practice to get that muscle memory going. And yeah, that's basically it. And before I say something I shouldn't, let's move on. Let me know if the music sound is too low or if my voice is too high, and I'll adjust it. Because I know sometimes I tend to scream, even though it's my natural voice, but for other people it's screaming. Don't stress about the camera. That's impossible, Carmen, but I will try to forget it and let it go and not look too much at the OBS where I see my face. But yeah, here we go. So let's go and see what I can do here. I'm also not used to talking while working, but we'll give it a go. So when it comes to doing faces or doing characters, wait, 1 second. Ah, it's working. For a moment I thought my keyboard would not be working. Okay. Again, I'm not an anatomy expert. I just know things based on the general idea of how to draw them in 2D, and I try to apply... Oh, sound is good. Nice! And I try to apply them when I'm sculpting. What do I mean by this? Not sure if people are aware of it. Maybe most of you are. Is the proportions in like the helmet theory. I don't know the exact name of things. If people are waiting for me to say specific words and say the technical things, just letting you know, I am awful at it. I go by looks, and that is basically it. So, going on with that, I will normally do what I think most people do, which is add a sphere and interpret that as the cranium, and then we'll add the jawline. Vibes only. And with that, you can either do it with another sphere or with a rectangle. No, not rectangle. Words English square. Yeah, with a square. Up to you. Oh, something. Sorry, my OBS is going crazy on this side. So 1 second. We're good? OBS? Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so right now I'm just putting here. Thankfully, nothing is seen on your side, it's just on mine. And just trying to get that. And 3D Maniac, Manic. I'm gonna keep saying Maniac every time. Also, let's go with symmetry. I didn't do it before, so before moving the sphere, let's just go back. Where is symmetry? Okay, you can also press X, but I only remembered now. Also, you people are amazing. Thank you for keeping me company. I really appreciate it. Okay. So, normally, if you... Let me just do this very quickly, even though I'll erase it later. Normally, when you're thinking about the cranium, it is flattened on the sides. Let me just, it's not. You're trying to do things too fast and then you forget them. There we go. So normally the cranium is flattened on the side, so it's something you need to keep in mind of. And if you divide the flattened part in half, that's where, if you go here, this point, this line here is where the jaw will begin and where the eye line will be. I normally don't draw this. I just go based on muscle, not muscle memory, but basically I look at it and see if it's right or not. People who go by theory and stuff will be like, oh my god, why she does this? It's the way that you're sculpting in the wrong direction. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, no! Of course. It's when I'm streaming that I do all the fuck-ups. You are completely right. And thank you for letting me know. It's always like this. If you think like, oh my god, what is she on about? It's how I am. It's always with my sculpts. But thank you for letting me know, by the way. It's always a mess. Wait, so let's just always okay. No need to think. At least everything else is fine. So let me just add the sphere again. Thank God Heather is not here. Look, I know you just rotated. I am nervous. And that is why. Nice chin on the back of the head. Oh no. This is gonna be a short, isn't it? This is going to be a short. Oh no. And with Final Fantasy music. The Final Fantasy music is not helping me. Okay. Let's go back at it. And symmetry. Well, at least the weekend is done. At least I'm making everybody smile during the weekend. I hope. Also, I'm not using any fancy brushes or stuff like that. You can see them on the upper right corner. I just do very basic things, and I am the kind of person that likes to use Dynamesh a lot, especially in the beginning of the process. And because in the beginning I'm just sketching, so to speak. I'm trying to find the forms, I'm trying to find the logic of things before actually committing to them. Also, I'm not using a base match with all the correct topology and stuff, so I don't feel that bad about using Dynamesh as well. Once I get to a certain point of detail, that's when I start using Z-Remesh and using subdivision. Hey, honest mistake. I am not sure about that, but I really appreciate you. You're very kind to me. Hey Stan, sorry, I'm on YouTube, so didn't see your message. Yeah, sorry. I shouldn't read all the messages. It's automatic. But yeah. Getting used to this. Okay. So I'm always unsure regarding the chin, how low it should be, but let's not worry about that. First, I'm just getting the main forms of face and basic body and stuff. So here would be the neck. Okay. There's some things I'm going to merge and other things I won't, but for now, again, let's not worry about that too much. Now this song relaxes me. I'm going back to my childhood while playing Final Fantasy X. Also, always remember to I'm not gonna do a full body, but since I have here an idea of what I want to do, let's just do this part and just give a bit of the chest as well. Looks like something else. I missed the very beginning. What are you sculpting? I'm gonna sculpt the girl. That, in summary, that will be it. So what normally happens to me when I do projects and when I try to do something from beginning to end, like a character and stuff, I take a long time in creating them because I'm very much of a perfectionist. And what happens is that once I'm, for example, at the point of, oh, I'm sculpting the character, I forget steps of the steps that come after. Sometimes in terms of UVs, in terms of rendering, I forget some things. And when I get to that point, I start, my muscle memory starts forgetting the sculpting parts. So I'm going to try and use the streams to not only practice myself, but try in some way provide advice on how I do characters and how I do faces in terms of anatomies and stuff. Hopefully that will be useful to everybody. Shut up, Stanos. Look, one day I will sculpt a man. One day. But not today. Look, first time coming back streaming with a camera. Again, camera. So let me go to my comfort zone, okay? One day, it's not gonna be a... I'm not sure if I should say this, but I will say it. I will try not to do a big chest girl again. I will try to do a muscly man next time. Yeah? And then it will be a mess. Me trying to figure out all the muscles. But yeah. Oh, don't disappear on me. Don't give up on me. There we go. There's no rule of thumb here. I'm just trying to position things, get an idea. And then we'll start thinking and start being more a perfectionist. Dun, 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 dun. There we go, our stick figure. Now let's start doing more things. Could do a busty guy the way you're still a little in your... I was not understanding the sentence. Yeah, I could try and do that. So I'm not gonna start at least for the head. I'm gonna start merging it. Merge down. Okay. And this is where Dynamesh starts to make an appearance. So I'm gonna leave it with that. I'm gonna use polish. Sometimes polish helps a lot. Maybe I should change the song. I like Final Fantasy, but let's not go too much religion. Oh god, both of them. There we go. Also for me, it's a bit low. There we go. Big titty muscle. Let's kill that guy. Oh, thank you guys. This is so much easier to be here with you guys. I appreciate it for making me laugh. For now, it's a bit too square. Gonna need to change that soon, but let's not. I might actually reduce the... Oh, the brush is too big. Yeah, this is too much, the resolution, so let's just decrease it, maybe 48. Yeah, we don't need that much. Yeah. Might even change it to a guy. The jaw is like really square at this point. Okay, so making sure I have the main forms. So, now that I've brought down Mike. Thank you. So, it's just the base of the skull, which is normally not round, especially given where it connects to the neck. Let's also yeah, one of the things is that the skull from the top view, sorry, missing words, top view goes like this. It goes thinner to the front, but not as much. This angle is too much, so just adjust that. Also need to keep in mind when you're doing stylized and when you're doing realistic. You might know the rules, but it doesn't mean you have to stick with them all the way, in the sense that if you're going stylized, you can be more loosey-goosey as long as you follow certain criteria in terms of proportions and things like that. So it still looks human-like and things like that. While with realistic, you really need to do like all the muscles. You need to make sure everything is sorry for saying the word, I don't know, other more realistic. Oh, wait a minute. This is because I'm having okay. Do not need to read those, but yeah, I hope what I'm saying at least makes a bit of sense, even though it's a bit all over the place. So now I'm gonna get here the R line. Also, oh no, wrong button. So now start figuring out lips, nose, and chin. Sense of you squint really hard. Oh no, I'm not sure if that is to me. But based on what I said before, I think it might be. Also, when I start doing the faces and stuff, it always looks really weird. It always looks like an alien. And when those situations occur, I always remember what Carmen told me once. Trust the process. Always trust the process. It looks weird in the beginning, don't worry. You're still in the stage of like, you're just sketching. That's what I'm trying to say. And from there, then you can start thinking about other stuff. So for the lips, I always start with the middle line and then go from there. For now, we're just leaving it as a reference, making sure that we also have the chin here. We don't forget about that. And now it looks like, what do you call this? Like, I'm gonna show it to the camera because I don't know. It looks like this. I don't know. I am doing this and I have no idea what's going to be stuck on the internet. Oh well. 100% trust the process. If it looks good from the start, I can guarantee a human did not make it. That's a good way of looking at it as well. Okay. So. Looks like something from a horror movie about to show up. Buttons. These are not the buttons that I'm looking for. No. Let's just do it like this. Let's not complicate things. Also have quite a tendency to put the ears a bit too high. But again, if you don't get it in the correct place from the start, you can always change it. And why did I rotate it? Because now it's giving me this mess. Don't rotate it yet. There we go. Now I rotate it. Bit of Mickey ears, but on the sides. Normally the standard for the ears is that the top of the ear goes towards your eyebrow and the bottom of the ear goes towards the bottom of your nose. That's usually the standard for it. But when your proportions are not the correct ones, you tend to go a bit too high or maybe too low. That also happens. And it looks weird. It's not symmetry. There we go. Okay, now that I've done at least the basics of the basics, let's look a bit more to the reference that I have. Because right now it looks nothing like it. She has very round cheeks. And a very thin. Also, normally the chin isn't. It's not like this. It's the corners are a bit higher than where. It's not chin. I meant jawline. Sorry. The jawline is normally not this straight. It goes a bit upward when compared to the chin. So more something like this. Maybe not as pronounced, but we'll get... Ooh! That will change as we go along it. I also need to remember this is more like an anime character. So there are certain things that I need to ignore when making this. Because again, anime does not obey all the rules for when compared to Leo. I love the first start of making faces. I call it the Muppet face. So true. Also, in the meantime, for some reason that reminded me. Let me just, even though I don't need them yet, just so when I'm sculpting, I don't forget about them. Which is very important, the eyes. She has huge eyes. So it will I will probably not maintain this circular form. Because again, anime eyes. Not exactly like this. Otherwise the eyes, if you leave it as a circular form, it will occupy the entire like skull. It's not gonna be seen, but it's not that useful as well. Especially if you're gonna put it in the game. What I've seen them do, at least for what's the game called? Zenless Zone Zero. They made the the characters, the models available on the internet, and you can download them and check them out. They don't have a ball representing the eye. It's just like a curved geometry, very thin, like a lens. It's just a lens, and then they put other geometries on top of it, other curved lenses, so to speak, to represent the iris, to represent like the lights within the cornea and things like that. Very interesting. I recommend, if that's the style you want to go for, and maybe try doing anime characters and stuff like that, check those models. I think you just need to go to the official website and they should be there. Anything I can probably research and check it out and see if I can find them again. Oh, something disappeared on my screen. There we go. Oh, no, that's what I wanted. Now it's even more creepier. One of the things people need to keep in mind as well when doing faces is basically how inside of the face you make the eyes. Because when you look from the side, let me see if I have here, maybe it's easier to show it. Do I have anything that might help? Ooh. Maybe this. Yeah. So, 1 second. So people have the tendency to make the eyes more outwards of the face, and that doesn't, it makes it look very weird, especially when you're looking at it in the 3/4 and stuff like that. It makes like they have crazy eyes like looking at you. So that's also something to keep in mind when you're trying to sculpt the eye socket and things like that. Again, I'm still in the... No, where's my reference? I lost it. Oh, there we go. Also, one of the things is that because I did a very normal thing, very normal... Need to keep in mind that sometimes anime characters have a very huge forehead. But still, the proportions make it look nice. And also... sometimes soften what I shouldn't. Right now I'm looking more, instead of just putting things there and thinking about the rules, now I'm looking more towards the reference and making sure it matches at least the structure. The structure, the reference, I mean, sorry about that. I also try to make sure I look at the model a lot from the 3/4 side, because what looks good on the front and the side, not saying this looks good, just giving an example. I know. It doesn't mean it looks good from the 3/4. The same can be said like, oh, I'm talking about in this case the shape of the head itself. Oh, it looks good from the front. It looks good maybe from the 3/4, but on the side it looks, ooh. Okay. Try to always do that whenever you're modeling or sculpting anything, especially with Zbrush. Especially my reference, I only have the 3/4 view. Need to imagine how everything else looks. So what are you guys working on? Me trying to make conversation. How's everybody doing this weekend? Another thing when sculpting the face, there's always normally the rule that your eyebrows are always more forward than the eye. That is because they protect your eyes from incoming, like, it basically, it's like a protector for your eyes. And you could say the same thing about like the nose between the mouth. There's always an inclination. So, inclination? It normally doesn't go like this. That's what I mean. It only goes from the nose being the most thing that's farther away from your face, and then the lips, and then the chin. Of course, there are some things that go against this rule, but it's normally the standard, so to speak, when figuring out your faces. Oh, that's a creepy smile if I've ever seen one. I think I need to practice more English. I'm forgetting too many words. It's Alzheimer's. I'm getting too old. Adding ice to the tongue. What? You mean invitation, maybe. Maybe that's what I mean. Wait, no. Commercial is just for me, no, not for anybody else. Yes, I don't pay for Spotify. Who knows, maybe one day. 1 second. And there we go. No, not this song. This will be claimed as fast as anybody else. Spotify go funny. I think one of the things I can do, to at least just draw the shape, so I can then match it later. Something like this. They're too close to each other, yeah. Between the eyes, there's always the distance of a third eye. So, no, this is gonna be a bit messy. Especially this one. There's a huge space between it. Actually, this is the first time I'm trying to do actually an anime face. So, about me being in the comfort zone might not have been true. Because I tend to do too realistic. Not fully realistic, but terms of proportions and things like that. If it makes sense. I'm just babbling now. This is too... They just changed the song. This boss fight gives me PTSD. Especially because you had to fight a bug enemy, and I don't like bugs. Why are you not changing your brushes? Thank you. Also, just get waste the basic faces for the nose. There will come a point in time when I'll increase the Dynamesh, but not yet. And she has a very small nose. Maybe not yet. Not this. I messed up. Yeah, I need for it to... I always like to start detailing the lips early on. But if at that point I have to increase the resolution, I go back to other stuff. ADHD, people. I don't stuck in the same place for too long. And always try to increase Dynamesh at the very until you have no other option. Because otherwise you can get to a too high a resolution from the very beginning. And yeah, then it gets difficult to change things. Also, it looks like... I can show it. I'm just ashamed of the comparison. But yeah, let's go. Just, I'll show it. Give me a second. Let's go. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. It looks so similar, doesn't it? Oh, pure ref. What happened? Do I need... Dun, 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 dun. How do I mode? Always top. Okay. Might be easier because of this way I don't have to constantly look, but then I'm always looking down for you guys. If you guys want, feel free to try check the Discord, see what I said earlier about the pumpkin. What do you mean? 1 second. Oh, why? Why do you do this to me? You know these things creep me out. But it looks very good. Again, I can... let me just... Actually, this is something that 3D Maniac is working. These kinds of things freak me out a lot. I don't do well with the gore or scary things. But despite that, I always appreciate it in terms of the craftsmanship and all that. It's very good, 3D Maniac. Yes, I am the same. Thanks, I hate it. But it looks very well made. And I always appreciate that. But if you want me to one day like play scary games, no. I did that once for my personal stream. I'm not sure I'm ever gonna do it again. Now, sometimes, even though the face is not ready, it's not enough, I tend to move on to other parts of the body, because when you start hyper-focusing on one section of the body, you start not seeing the specific mistakes you're making or what exactly you can do to improve it. So moving on to other sections helps, because it like helps I'm not gonna say erase, but like cleanse your memory of what you're working on. So it's always good to keep changing and then go back. Sorry if you guys hear me bumping the mic. Not used to having it here. Only to play Doom because of nostalgia. Never played Doom, I know about it. I think Doom is not that bad from what I've seen, but yeah, I normally don't play it. Nothing against two people who do. Just I'm a scaredy cat. I'm a coward. So leave it. Leave it alone. I'm more into fantasy. I also like a lot happy stories, even though sometimes RPGs don't give me those. But yeah, I still play them. Nope. Now, as you guys can see, you almost don't see any part of her body below her neck. So why do I still have it? So I only have it to make it as a base later for the jacket. So it's like just a skeleton that's going to be hidden. So I can at least make sure that the proportions of the... I think it's a hoodie, yeah. So make sure at least the proportions of the hoodie afterwards look right. So, for example, in this case... So I'm not going to dwell too much on this section. It's just having parts of it make at least more, look more like the body itself. So when I extract things for the hoodie, I don't have to do too much like guesswork. I don't know why I'm doing it like this, but yeah. Because it's not like you need to put evidence on the rib cage, but yeah, it's happening. Don't dwell on it. Oh. Actually, let me just do this so I can remove that section of the sphere that I started with. Yeah, let's go. Thank you, 3D Mene. Sorry for only seeing your message now. Sometimes I get like... I get focused. So, muscles... I think I'm doing too much. Also, this needs to be... Her waist is very thin. We're not gonna worry about that. There we go. I'm gonna need an alert so people can say, Patricia, don't forget the symmetry. Actually, this is... Especially when I add new geometry. New. There we go. Okay, so now also one of the things I'm gonna do, again, this will look awful. Mine always look awful in the beginning, and I do this. I just know I never do things pretty at the beginning, because what I'm doing is studying at the same time as I'm doing it. It might take longer. If this was something that was for a project with a deadline, I wouldn't do it like this. In this case, I'm giving myself time and always reminding myself that this is practice. Because when you have a time constraint, of course, you can't dawdle on these things. One day, when I have like 30 years of experience, I might be able to do everything, even in practice, the good way from the first go. This wasn't... I started talking and I did something that it wasn't what I wanted. Wait. Her head is getting too big, but it's fine. We can still correct it later. It's humongous, the face. AGG hyperfocus. I think that's for all artists. Well, this will probably be too... Oh no, it's fine. Constantly going for the wrong one. When it comes to the Zbrush, words I'm missing. Let me check, because the word should be here. So, the interface. So the UI. That's the word I'm looking for. So when it comes to the Zbrush UI, as you guys can see, I have my own setup here that helps a lot. And for some reason, my head gets stuck up on which slider I should use. Even though I want to use the draw size slider, I always use the Z intensity. And you guys can say, okay, why don't you switch them places? If you always get the if you always confuse them in terms of their location, because I don't read, I just go to the slider. It's like, okay, change places. I do that, and I still go for the Z intensity. I don't know why. It's just how my brain is. Not sure if anybody feels like that sometimes, but it constantly happens. Or if I'm just crazy, which is also a very possibility given my behavior so far throughout this entire stream. I just always press it. I don't know what's happening. Thankfully, this is not seen on your guys' side, but my OBS gets crazy. Let me just change the location of this. This never happened before, so of course it's just for today. I think we're fine now. Let me just... Okay, I don't know. We'll leave it as it is. I'll take care of it later. That's a problem for future Patricia. Okay, so... I was saying, I always press S to get the slider right where my mouse is. I've been told about that. I've constantly been told about that shortcut key, and I always forget about it later. Yes, it is very useful. Thank you for mentioning it. I really appreciate it. It's just that I will forget about it later. Not because I don't find it interesting, it's just I'm old. Do I have that in the my shortcuts? I don't think so. Do I need to... Oh, I saved it. It's fine. I think I might need to get it. What's it called? I don't remember, so I'm gonna hide this just for a bit. Ooh. Aha! Okay. That's fine. I'm not trying to make things perfect yet. For a moment I thought Zbrush was... I'm not sure. I'm assuming that this image might be AI generated, but I'm trying to see the length. I think it would be... Maybe it isn't, because I don't see the same mistakes I would normally see. And even the hair has some logic to it. Just the earrings. It might be weird. But let's not go into that conversation, so... Probably here. Somewhat. Let's turn Sculptress off. Ooh. Oh, I forgot. There we go. Much better. She has a bunch of different strands, but I'm not going to worry about that. We don't even have the face yet all done. It's just for... Actually... Oh! Need to change... Oh! I don't need to go there. Oh! It's already the one? Nice. No. Wait. Awesome. Because it started with a sphere, let's just do this again. Because then we get weird artifacts. Oh. So mirror it well, and then... This will be for later as well, just a reference when I actually start doing the hair. Actually, let me think about it. Goes from here. I'm checking my own hair. So if you're wondering why is she doing that, sometimes the best reference is real life. Since I have a similar, it wasn't on purpose, but I have a similar hairdo, even though you can't see it on the camera. It helps. Sometimes when you can't find a very good reference image, or it's like you don't want to waste time looking for it, just to check your own body. It helps. So put a mirror on your table. Check your face and the details, and try to understand how to go from there. Even though this will never be used as the final geometry, what I mean is these geometries that I'm creating right now will disappear before the end of this sculpture. So why do I still do them? Because I then use them as a basis for the hair, because I use certain brushes. Let me just hide this. So one of the ones that I use a lot is the DE hair tubes, which is available for free online. Anybody can get it. I basically use this as a base to then create on top of it with with this brush. So let me show you a quick example. Might need to change a few settings. Yeah, I do. So let's go here to the stroke. Yeah. So I need to do this the other way. Okay, yeah. You have a bunch of different options within this same brush as well. And then I use a variation to try and... Let me just... So this is going to be very bad right now, but just to show an example. And I continue adding it on top of it, so it makes the final hair. So for me, this is the original geometries that I am creating right now, is just for it to be as the basis. so I don't forget the idea or the initial sculpt that I did, the initial forms, the initial proportions and all that. And at the end, you can create something like, yeah, so I'm gonna show another project that I'm currently doing. I'm not streaming that one because I'm currently on the UV section, and I think that's pretty boring. Some people here on the chat have already seen it, but let me see. So this is the low poly. Let me just hide it. I have it open in the background so I can work on it later. But let me see. Will my computer die? So I did the same thing exactly for this character. So these are all that brush that I joined together and used similar initial geometry, like very badly shaped and things like that, to then create this. So it's like what we were talking about before. Trust the process. In the beginning, I have to keep in mind everything starts ugly, but then once I keep at it and keep building on top of that, it can create something, at least in my view, and I hope you guys see it as well. It looks beautiful. At least I'm very proud of the hair that I created on this one. And I'm dying to paint it, but I still need to finish the UVs. So, let me go back to ZBrush. Okay, so now let's go back. Hi! How are you, Heather? Holy shit, Patricia. Look, I tried to be fair. If everybody's gonna have a camera, I decided to put a camera as well, even though the beginning of the stream was hell. Anxiety was at the max. How you doing, Heather? This is weekend. You should be resting. What are you doing? Although I appreciate it. Thank you for being here, despite being the weekend. Mm-hmm. We'll go back to the face soon, but there are other things that interest me at this point. Oh. Sometimes my keyboard does not acknowledge that I asked it to change. Oh, do I have... Oh no, back face. I forgot about it. Let me go back here. That's why. I was wondering why I did that. Look, we were not talking about the big booby character. Okay? I was just showing the hair. I was not showing anything else. Don't bring that on me, okay? Because that would be like the 4th time she shows up in a conversation when we're talking about the big boobies of the character. Let's not go there. This time, that was not the point of conversation. I think she already disappeared. Probably because I'm not talking about it. God damn it. Yes, I have a tendency to add... Look, my perspective on that aspect of the anatomy is skewed because of my previous experience. So let's not talk more about previous experience on working for games. Let's not get it twisted on what the hell I'm talking about. The hell am I saying on the internet? Oh, Jesus. Why did I have to get a follow in this moment? I very much appreciate the follow. It was just very bad timing. Especially when hearing ooh. I'm clipping this for the show. Oh, sorry. I am cursed. Wow. I will be known as the artist of the big boobs. Calm down. Now I'm remembering Allo Allo again. What did I go there? That shows my age. I'm gonna ignore it. Patricia, you don't have to. Look! I'm not sure if it's ADHD or personality. It just happens. I have to explain everything. I have to justify everything. I don't want people to misunderstand. Not gonna say anything else. We're done. We're done. You don't help me, 3D Maniac. I'm looking at the camera and I'm looking at you. You're not helping. Oh Jesus. Let's go back to this misshaped arms that I have here. Jesus. God damn. What do you guys do to me? Oh no, these are the years. One thing I should probably do is also name the geometries. But I don't want to do that. I don't like naming things on Zbrush. Nothing against the tool or anything. It's just, it takes so long. What I'm going to do, where is it? There we go. So, this is the correct one. What happened to, okay, thank you. Don't disappear on me. I still need you. For something, but I still do. Let's go always, okay. If I regretted it, oh well. Okay, so this is already has diamond mesh turned on. Again, use the S, Patricia. Use the S. It helps. I'll still go there. Sorry. Muscle memory. There's nothing I can do about it anymore. Actually, god damn it, symmetry. Thankfully, mirror and weld helps at this point. So let me just hide the hair for a bit, so I can at least I always have some difficulty in figuring out the back. I always need to look at anatomy references, because some things still confuse me. But I have 3D Maniac to help with that when needed. I'm putting you on the spot now. actually, sorry. Let me just... 1 second. Your call is important to us. There we go. More than happy to help there. Thank you. But that will be for future. Is this... Okay, it's just how the Dynamesh decided to do it. Anybody here played Final Fantasy X? We'll love to talk about it, especially with the song. If not, oh well. Oh, make sure the gap between the scapula bones in the back is 1 head wide. Oh, really? That much, huh? Interesting, I didn't know about that one. 1 head, really? The gap between the scapula bones. Really? Let me check that. Not that I don't believe you, I just want to see how they represented on the book that I have here. Where is it? I will always believe you. Hi, Polly, how's it going? How's your weekend? Where? Oh, I don't have it open. Okay, I'm not gonna open it now, but I'm gonna check that out later. She looks angry. Oh. I think it's because of this. She has a very small nose. Where is this? Okay. Don't say that, 3D Maniac. I'm not gonna explain it, but don't you dare say that. God, why do you do this to me? Look, I have to keep a good image for some people. No matter how much of a disaster I am. Maybe I can go to YouTube and rewind. No, Polly! Leave it be! It's like the Pandora box. Keep it closed. Do not open it. Leave it be. Keep your mind innocent. Don't go there. Why do you have to say that, 3D Maniac? God damn it. What time is it, buddy? Okay, we're fine. You are not a disaster at all. You are doing great and it's entertaining. 3D Maniac. I will tell your family. But thank you. I really appreciate it. As long as it's entertaining, I am glad. I am the clown of the show and I don't mind being it at all. The fact that I look beautiful as well while doing it is also a plus. Sorry, 1 second. This is the kind of stream you sign up, people. Don't complain. And have fun. Oh, this song. I'm sorry. I'm going down memory lane with Final Fantasy X. ADHD. Focus. This is a very beautiful scene in the game, by the way. Oh, this one? With the motivational things like twinsies, the rise and shine, let's get started, and things like that. I love this bottle. Mainly because it comes in 2 liters. And since I know I have to drink this throughout the day, it helps me a lot because I know some people prefer to like drink how much is it? It's like 7 glasses of water or 8. I don't remember exactly. But some people prefer to do that strategy. But again, I am old. I have ADHD. At some point in time, I don't remember how many glasses I've drank. So this helps me because I can see how much is left. That's why I prefer that. My brain is still processing waking up. Good. Forget everything that's happened. That is the best way. I think Zbrush shaved. I saw it in the corner of my eye. Sorry. Not sure if the mic picked up or not. Opens YouTube. No! You're just waking up. relax, drink a cup of coffee or tea, whichever your preference. I don't like coffee, by the way, and I don't need it. As you guys can see, I'm already hyperactive enough. If I drink coffee, I will destroy my house. So let's leave it at that. So tea, going back, rewinding. Drink tea or coffee, whatever you prefer. Go relax. Just put the stream in the background. Hear me mess around right now and forget of the past. It's Sunday. Have fun. Coffee won't be needed. I've never drank it. Let's leave it at that. I think my heart doesn't need more stress than it already has on a daily basis due to many... Forgot the word. Due to many things? Let's leave it. I can't do coffee, so tea for me. Good. Relax. I think I'll start increasing maybe this in a bit. Increasing the resolution of... Maybe I should draw on top of the image so I can figure out, because her face is so round. Even though I'm seeing it... Yeah, I'm gonna increase it just a bit. Normally when you use Dynamesh, you always increase to the double. So 48, it should be double that. But I'm not gonna increase it that much, because I don't want to go too far yet. Awesome, by the way, question for both of you. I do tea exclusively as well. Which do you prefer, chai or green tea? I'll be honest, I don't drink either. I drink chamomile. I drink to relax. That's the thing. Green tea, I think it's a bit too bitter for me. I need something that's a bit more sweeter, that like misleads my brain to thinking it's sweet, and something that helps relax. Green tea does not do that for you. Chai tea. If it was someone from India, they would kill me right now because chai means tea. So, and I'm using the reference from Spider-Man, the Sony animation one. Chai tea, chai means tea, so you're saying tea. So, yeah, going back. I prefer chamomile to help me relax and to help me sleep. Because with my hyperactivity and stuff, I tend to not sleep. I tend to have... Is it insomnia? I've never been diagnosed, but it's like my brain can't shut down sometimes due to multiple factors. So yeah, chamomile is the one for me. TT, yes. Congratulations. Oh, that was not a message from chat. That was just Restream telling me something. Nice. Did I increase it? No, I did not. So one of the things that happens with Dynamesh, and why I always focus on this being part of the sketch, is that when you try to increase the resolution and make it recalculate, you sometimes lose some of the details you have. That's why it's important not to go too much into detail with Dynamesh, but one of the things that can help you not lose as much is removing polish. So because I have polish, I lose even more. So let's try and see what happens if I don't have polish turned on. Okay, you see, you don't lose that much. I like polish because it's like smoothing out what I have, and it helps me not get stuck on what I did so far. The main forms are still there, which is exactly what I need when I'm using Dynamesh. This is how I do things. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it this way, but it's important to at least understand why I do it, which is it smooths out everything and allows me not to get stuck on the details, especially right here in the beginning. Me being... Why? Did Brian stream at 3 a.m. yesterday? You can just see it later. YouTube, you can rewind. You didn't need to be there at 3 a.m. Although it's always exciting to be there at the same time as the streamer is doing things. But keep your sleep schedule regular. Because that will fry your brain if you don't sleep. And then you end up like me, a crazy one on the internet. No, Brian likes to keep my brain nickname is Brian. Okay, I'm confused now regarding your message. Me being up at 3 and taking it. God damn. So, no, not gonna say that. Let's move on. Let that fuck go away. I was gonna say something, but let's not go there. This stream has already been derailed enough. Oh. Basically in the same boat as you. Hard to sleep. Yeah. It's like my brain. It's like I am okay throughout the day, and I am mentally tired at the end, and I'm mostly sleepy around 8 p.m. But I try not to sleep too early because then I wake up at the middle of the night and I can't sleep, like 3 or 4 a.m. and I can't sleep anymore. So I try to wait at least until 10, 11. And when it gets to 10, 11, it's like somebody put an energy drink inside me and I can't sleep anymore. And then I stay up until 1 and 2 a.m. in the morning. And that is hell. But yeah, trying to figure out what helps you with your schedule is the best. I'm not gonna give recommendations because I'm still trying to figure out my own. But make sure you sleep, no matter how many hours you need. If you need 8 hours, sleep 8 hours. If you need 10 hours, there are people that need 10 hours, sleep 10 hours. So sleep, make sure your schedule is according to that. I am the kind of person that needs to sleep 10 hours. Unfortunately, I wish I was more energetic, but it is how I am. So normally I need to keep in mind, it's like, okay, for me to have a reasonable sleep and not wake up as a zombie, not... sorry, my brain went through an avenue. So I'm the kind of person, when I wake up, it's not that I'm in a bad mood. I just have no recollection of the first, like, 15 minutes. So make sure you make your good schedule so you don't wake up like me, like a zombie. Yeah, then I went through that avenue. Focus on the character. I have 40 people looking at this. Just me talking, not doing the work. Don't disappear on me. Don't incentivize my babbling. It's already on the internet. It's never gonna escape now. It's gonna follow me all around. And Stanos is gonna clip it, so even worse for me. Hey, I'll be famous. For the right reasons? I do not know. Doesn't matter. I've done it. I have no regrets. Lie. Sometimes I do. Be right back. See ya! Please come back soon. Don't leave me alone. Now I'm making her cheeks. Okay. I think I'm making her too... needs to be... It's not that she is chubby. It's just, it's anime. It's always the... I mean, it's always a bit... Make them round, but not like she looks like she is... on the heavier side. Might be overthinking some parts of it. Nope, no. That's what happens when I do things not in the correct angle. Oh, her lips are very small, so let's not do too. Also, why? Sometimes to help with Dynamesh and certain weird things it does, certain artifacts, I also use Sculptress mode just to make them disappear. But be careful with Sculptress mode, because it works based on the size of your brush. So if you have a small brush, I'm going to show, actually, if you use a small brush, it's going to add a lot of topology onto your sculpture. But if you have a big size brush, it doesn't add as much. Okay, so make sure to be careful with that. Also, for it to be applied, you use it with the smooth brush. Okay, so in this case, I'm using the smooth brush to help. You can use it with other brushes as well, like before. What's it called, the brush? Let me look at it. What's the name? So snake hook. Yeah, I used it previously, so you can use it with other brushes as well. But when it comes to when you're in this kind of situation, I'm using it together with the smooth brush, not with the others. Okay, let's go back. Let me change that. Okay. Also, since I'm using Dynamesh and I'm recalculating a lot the resolution, it's okay for me to use it at this time because it won't stay like that. You explaining sculpting while sad music? The background is insane. Look, it's what was the music? It's in the other one, and my brain just went there. I don't remember now what music it was. Let me go back. Oh, it's when they reach Xanarkand. It's a wonderful music, but yes, it's how do you say it? It's more a reminiscent song. Because that was the mood in the game, like remembering remembering all the things that happened during their travels. But yeah, if you know, then you know. Okay. So, should I do it now? Yeah. No, not yet. So, but I'll explain at least and not leave you guys hanging. One of the things that I like to do with the lips is, yes, I sculpt on top of the geometry, the lips, and do all the things, but I always like to add the mouth bag. Not the full mouth bag, but I prefer it because there's a difference between having the lips like sculpted on top and you seeing the spacement between them. So I can give the example of the character. I always prefer, like, this is not for a game, it's not for animation, it's not a client project, it's a personal project. So when it comes to things like this for your portfolio, you don't have to this perspective is awful for the face of the character, but still. You don't have to do a mouth bag each and every single time. However, I prefer how to do it because it gives a different look to the mouth. The roundness and things like that, I prefer it. Not everybody does it. It's just my own thing. You could do it if you like. It's just that, again, I'm a perfectionist. So when it comes to trying to get this shape, this form, I think it looks better if you have that space in between the lips. Unfortunately, with Dynamesh, this is not very... It's not, how do I say it? It's not possible to do because when you have two pieces of geometry that are very close to each other and you Dynamesh them, especially if there are just not two pieces of geometry. This is not the way you say it. So, how do I say it? It's the same geometry, but it has two sections of it that are very close to each other. As soon as you use Dynamesh, it will merge them. So avoid doing that with Dynamesh. If you're going to start doing those sections and things like that, make sure you're in the subdivision mode. Because otherwise you will lose that and you have to redo it again. It's a whole situation. Whenever I don't add a mouth bag, I always make the decision later on that I want to open the character's mouth every damn time. Yeah, I'm not BR 3D. Yeah, so for me, it's what looks better and what looks nicer. Not sure why you feel like you need to add them, but for me, it's like it looks better. I have no other words to say it. But again, you are not forced to do it every single time. Especially if you're, for example, doing a sculpt for 3D printing. You don't have to do that, especially because in the 3D printer it's not going to be seen. I just like to do it because of the look of it. Then later, if you want, you can put them very close together and close that part of geometry, because that will be a very useless thing in 3D printing, and you will have something open, something that doesn't touch, be a mess with your 3D printing. Yeah. Glad that someone supports my craziness. Thank you. I am not alone. But yeah, so to do that, I'm gonna do this right now with Dynamesh, but just for a quick tip, I need to change my mask brush. So let's go here for mask. So normally I just mask the middle part of the mouth and then move it to the inside. So let's just move the cursor here. Okay. Now this looks weird. Yes, it does. But now you can sculpt around it. Okay. Now you can just, if you want, and this is something that I find, sorry, I'm sometimes always rotating the character. What I do as well, to help sculpt the inside of the mouth, I just mask it, hide it, and then, ooh, wait, double. Where's my double? Thank you. Now, this doesn't work because I don't have enough geometry. But if you have a high enough poly count, either with Dynamesh or Subdivision, I say this again, use this with Subdivision. Dynamesh is going to be hell. But once you hide it, you can then start sculpting the inside of the mouth and making that perfect curve. So let's go back. And we're not at that point yet. It was just a bit of a tip. No, I just noticed, because where's my pure ref? My pure ref has gone missing. There we go. Let's just so what we can do. This looks like what is it, the Corpse Bride characters, where they have some like they have it like this, very skinny, very like sucked in. No. So what's happening is below. Yeah, that's my issue. Okay, so it's just oh, the Tim Burton style. Yeah, let me actually. Where is it? The corpse. What's her name? It's not the bride, but the other girl in that movie, Corpse Bride. What's her name? Victoria? Isn't that her name? Never mind then. But yeah, it was reminding me a bit in terms of the way the head was shaped. Let me just... In terms of how the head was shaped, it was reminding me of that. Which, let's be honest, is a bit of anime style, except the eyes. The eyes are too much. Even for anime eyes. But yeah, let's go. Zbrush, thank you. Okay, let's close that. Have this. So, for the nose, it's gonna be a very close to the face kind of thing. Okay, I'm still doing them too close to each other. Just... Oh, I can't have the song. Wait. 1 second. Wait. Where is it? Na. There we go. We'll go with the hymn of the faith. The alien is back. Should I actually? Maybe I should start adding, because there are things you can't help that it will be weird until you add certain elements. Like, for example, the eyebrows or the eyelashes. That also helps. Oh, wrong brush. She has... actually, I'm doing them too close. Oh. I know I said I was going to add new elements, but then my ADHD decided to hyper-focus on this again. Oh, that's too much. Thickness, not that much. Too little. Okay. The slider is not working for me, so... Ooh! Something disappeared. Okay, now we're back. So, let's go back. Let's just... Why? I didn't mean to do that. 0.01. Still too much. So 0. I'm pressing the comma instead of the dot. 0.005. Extract. Yeah, they're fine. They're not perfect, but they're fine. It's just for... So there's something in the face. Oh, yeah, there's that weird thing. I think putting down a mesh of 48 would be too much, but let's give it a go. It looks weird, but that's how we do it. Oh, it didn't have polish. It's too. So one of the things you need to keep in mind with Dynamesh as well, if a geometry is too thin and you use Dynamesh, it will start either creating a few holes or it won't Dynamesh properly. So avoid doing that with very thin elements. So in this case, one of the things you can do to circumvent that, in this case where I'm just sketching, I'll inflate it and then Dynamesh it. As you can see, it didn't break the geometry. One of the things to keep in mind with Dynamesh as well. It has restrictions, yes, but just like with subdivision, there's also restrictions. It's both. Use the tool you feel more comfortable with. That's the way I do, the way I think about it. I know Heather uses subdivision and she prefers to use that. I prefer to use Dynamesh, at least in the beginning. After a while, Dynamesh doesn't help me as much because then it creates too many artifacts and too many weird shapes. Then when I start sculpting very thin details, it starts doing weird things because of the weird topology. I'm sure there are even artists out there that only use Dynamesh, and again, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. There's not only one way to do. One of the things that to keep in mind is that sometimes it also messes with my head is that there's not always just one way of doing things. There are many multiple ways. Which one should you choose? The one you feel more comfortable with. So when you want to try and create something, check out the many ways that exist to do that thing and experiment with them. Only by experimenting will you realize which ones you feel better at using, and then you go from there. So if you're like, oh, should I use Dynamesh or should I use subdivision? Try both of them. Try each one of them. It's like, oh, I don't like it because of this. Oh, I don't like it because... That's fine. Then use the other one. You're free. Again, this is not like the path to... How do I say it? Maybe this is not the best way to say it. It's not the path to enlightenment. Just choose the one. You are free. You are an artist. As long as you get the result that you want, do it the way you want. Used to think there was only one way to go about it when I was in school. Yeah, that's normally how we always think about it. It's the same where, like, for example, very recently I was having a crisis regarding creating UVs for a character, specifically the one that I showed you before. And here's the thing that I always need to keep myself in mind, to myself as well. There's not one way to do UVs. There are basic standards you need to follow, and you need to realize, okay, what's the end result here? Is this going for games? Okay, there are certain rules to do it. Is this going for VFX? There are some other considerations you need to have. And even then, the way... I'm gonna say companies, it's not companies the word that I want, but it's the one that I have in mind. So the way the companies do UVs is different, always. If you go to Square Enix, they do it one way. If you go to League of Legends, they have another way of doing this. Arcane, they probably have another way of doing it. So yeah, there are standards, and you need to follow those standards, like for example, not overlapping UVs, the UVs not being outside of the UV shell, not UV shell, I'm gonna say the square, and things like that. But that is the minimum, and as long as you follow those and make sure it's optimized for your PC, so your PC doesn't blow up, it is fine. Again, just know the baseline and go from there. Also, thank you 3D Maniac for helping me with my crisis regarding the UVs. You helped me a lot. Go back. This character will never be done. Yes, it will. I have to believe. Oh, she has a mole. Again, I'm focusing on details of her face that I didn't even look that up. yeah. Always need to... I can't go back now, yeah. I still had the place where the eyebrows were. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna mask it. Invert, hide, and then delete hidden. And that's no longer our concern. Oh, it doesn't have Dynamesh, so 48. Oh, polish. Let's inflate it a bit as well, because... And now, where is my pinch? There we go. I also don't need that to go inside the eye. Also, if you're thinking this is a bit weird to do because I am constantly messing with it, it's not going to be perfectly fit on the face. Again, I am just sketching. That is fine to do so. I'm trying to learn how to create this character, which is something that I'm used to doing characters. I'm not used to doing specifically anime characters. So this is me trying to create and learn at the same time. Also, you can always, if you have something that is done and you want, and it's already outside and doesn't have the same shape of the face, you can always help with projection and other tools in Zbrush. We're not going there yet, but don't worry about it. Also, this is so one of the things we can do, I don't need this section. So hide, delete hidden, and then we're gonna have a bit of a hole here. Sorry. Oh, you can just close. Okay. I need it again. Let me just actually do this. Where is it actually? I can never find stuff. Where are you? You bastard. Ah, there we go. I don't even need to hide it, but I do it because I can't find it. Sculptures. Actually, wait, because it should go outside. What am I doing? It needs to go outside. Need to inflate it a bit, because otherwise we're going to have the same issue I mentioned before. And her face is still too thin. I actually need to... And sometimes also when you're adding the elements, it helps you realize some of the mistakes you've done. Maybe that's too much. But I will have to correct that at some point. Also, where are my... I've lost them in the meantime. This is this. We're going for the weirdness. So, do I have symmetry? No, I do not. Also, let's just... Yeah, okay, we're fine. This is an anime character, so no worries there. No, actually, let me just... Because then... What happened? I changed something that made this. I think I'm just gonna remove it and do it again. The shape was a bit weird. Actually, anime. Don't follow... There we go. Might be going in too much. What happened here? Oh, did I have the... Oh yeah, I did. Is Dynamesh turned off? Why did it turn off? Yeah, I need to not add polish to it. Still lose it. So... Yeah, so let's try and increase it. Okay, I still lose it a bit, but not as bad. So... Is there... No, okay, just making sure. Get those corners of the mouth. Oh! We're getting there, slowly but surely. Now, her top of the mouth is very thin as well. And let's not get stuck on this detail, because then it will disappear with Dynamesh. So, always remember that with the mouth, it's never flat, it's always curved. So one of the things that are good when sculpting the mouth is checking the view from top view, because sometimes when you're doing it, it gets to be a bit flat, and you should avoid that because the mouth goes around your face. One of the things that helped me a lot, and also with anatomy and stuff that I've watched a long time ago, was Proco. Although Proco is more for 2D artists, it helped me figure out the simpler shapes of the face. And when I'm sculpting it, I always think of those concepts that I learned from him. He has paid courses, but I'll be honest, I've only seen his YouTube videos, which are the free version, smaller portions of it, and it helped me a lot. So I recommend it to anyone who wants to help figure out simpler shapes and starting anatomy with simple shapes. So again, going back to what I was saying, one of the examples he uses for the mouth shape, when it's starting out, think of it that you're putting lips on top of a tuna can to make it easier to see. Let me see if I have, because of the round shape. So, do I have it here? Do I have here a drawing that helps? If not, that's fine as well, but it's sometimes easier for you to see it instead of me just explaining it. Okay, there we go. So where's my snipping tool? Sorry. Hiccups. They happen. There's only once, and they're squeaky as hell. They've been called many things. We're not gonna go there. Okay, so yeah. So there's always this curvature around it with the skull and everything. And if you look at it, it looks like a tuna can when you simplified it to the simplest forms. So when you are drawing the lips or sculpting the lips, you are putting the lips on top of that. So they need to shape around that curvature. Or how do you say it? In Portuguese é assentar, mas it's basically you're going to put on top of it, so you need to go along with the curve. Yeah. Hope that makes sense. Whether it's anime, whatever it is, this is something you need to keep in mind. Now, between the lips and the nose, there's a big dip, if you look at it in the perspective. So there's like a curve, something like this. You need to keep in mind where everything connects. This is regarding to muscles and things like that. Again, I am not an expert in anatomy, especially with names of muscles and knowing all the muscles there is. You don't have to know that for every position you're going to go for when you're sculpting, but the more you know, the more it helps sometimes. So I am aware of the muscles that exist. I can't name them and I can't position all of them, but knowing them helps with certain aspects of the sculpt. Even if you're doing stylized, because stylized is an exaggeration of realism. So by knowing realism, you know what exactly it's being exaggerated, so you can understand where exactly it should be located, even with the exaggeration. I might be repeating myself a lot this stream, I'm sorry. It's one of the parts I like to sculpt the most, is the mouth. I don't know why. It just is. Gonna have to do teeth for her soon, but not yet. Also, there's this damn line. There we go. The nose is a whole other For me, it's a nightmare because it dictates everything else in the face in terms of if it looks good or if it looks weird. And it's a thing that's like, it's everything. It's not just fat, it's not just muscle, it's not just bone. It's all of it. It starts with bone. Where's the... Oh, where is it? So it starts off with bone. Then it starts with... It's not muscle. I said muscle, I'm sorry. It's cartilage. That's the correct word. Then it starts with cartilage, and then it starts with fat. It's a whole thing. Oh, God. Forget what you saw. It's something you need to keep in mind when doing it. There's also the thing where this section is more on the inside of the face. It looks the nose is always, and it needs to be very small. She has a very petite nose. It's looking like a Disney nose at this point. Needs to. I'm losing a bit of the shape that I had before. Oh, I see. I'm having the problem again. The eyes are too outside of the face. So, I'm gonna need to correct that. I know the cheek is weird. We're gonna deal with that later. Also, not like this, so let's just do this. Actually, more of this as well. Just so. Let me smooth out the thing, actually. It's gonna affect the lips as well. It's fine. So let me just actually okay, so I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, so for now it's time. I'm gonna end it here for today. Thank you everyone who joined and listened to my craziness, and we're here. I should be able to be back here next week, if not the week after, but that's going to be in discussion later. Again, I really appreciate everybody. Thank you for laughing with me. Thank you for making jokes with me. And I hope to see you all next week as well, whether on my session or Heather's or Carmen's. I will be on chat to help with the craziness. I'm not good at anything, so what I'm going to do is say bye-bye and see you around. Don't forget to... Last thing, don't forget to leave a follow or like either on YouTube or on Twitch. We really appreciate the support. And yeah, now that's it. Bye-bye. See ya. Take care. It's not working. It's not working. Why is it not working? OBS. This is what happened. Well, I'm just gonna end it.